Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday to show you a fun new project. I am just going to chit-chat for a second until it shows up in our friend's news feed, and it just showed up on my iPad, so we are ready to go. Hopefully you guys had a great day. Today was my very first day of physical therapy, and it was definitely bittersweet. I enjoyed it, but then I hated it. But we'll see what happens after the next couple weeks. So yes, that was my day, and I really have not been out in the craft room very much. As you can see, oh, wrong side, there's still boxes behind me, and that is retreat pillow gifts. So they're not heavy. I just haven't had the oomph to get them upstairs to put them up there, and so they just sit there. So they might be there all next week too. We'll see. But hopefully you guys had a great day. Hello, Anna. Hello, Heather. Good evening. So if you're just logging on, say hello so I know you're there. Today's card is very, very minimal stamping. And I picked this card for two reasons. One, I really haven't been out into the craft room much. And two, if you're new to crafting, stamping these big, elaborate, beautiful things might be overwhelming to you. So I wanted to show you something where you don't have to do any stamping at all to this card, but if you do, it's very, very minimal. So I am super excited to show you guys that, and it's actually a Christmas set that we are using, but we are going to transform it into a birthday set. I should have brought it out with me. I actually get a lot of people ask me how I keep my birthday list organized. And I have this really cool Rolodex, and each month is everybody's birthday. So I know how many birthday cards that I have for next month. So when my brother-in-law comes out and does my embossing for me, I actually have him cut 5 extra. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, if I'm cutting 5 extra, I might as well have them cut 10 extra. And then I'm like, well, we might as well just do 20. Are you guys like that too? I totally am. Oh, I'm only going to make 5 of those. And then if you're already doing it, you might as well just do a bunch of them. So I actually have 20 of them cut out. We're not going to put all 20 of them together tonight, I promise. But I am going to put a couple of them together. It's the same concept of all of them, but we'll get as many as we can done together. So hello, Kelly. Hello, Peyton. Good evening, ladies. Okay, let me point you down and flip my camera over so you guys can see. So let me show you the stamp set that we're going to be using. So this is the stamp set and this is the dies. It is called Words of Cheer Bundle. It does come 10% off if you want both of them. We are actually not going to be using the stamp set. I'm only going to be playing with the dies. So let me bring in the dies. And I actually haven't even put them on my magnetic sheets yet. So these are the dies. You get ones that say cheer, and then this is an kind of the bottom casing that has the little leaves on the edge. And this you can cut out in a different color and pop right on top of the cheer so it makes it pop. And then we have a happy. So that's what it looks like this way, but when you flip it over, you can see all the extra detail in it. And then we have another happy that you can do in a different color that offsets it and makes it pop. So these two we're going to be using. And I really liked these stars. What made me gravitate towards them is there's 3 of them on one die. So we don't have to run each star one at a time. You get 6 stars when you run this together. So those are the ones we're going to be playing with. And I am actually using the Brights collection. I gravitate towards bright colors. So I wanted to show you guys in the annual catalog on page 126, they have the bundles in the ink and the cardstock. So if you're not quite sure what colors you like, I always recommend you guys to get a pack. It's the Brights, Neutrals, Regals, or Subtles. I recommend you guys getting one of these packs, and then you always find a couple that you like, and then you can go in and get more of it. But we have it in the inks as well. Okay, so let's start crafting. I did this card for a card class a couple weeks ago before my accident, and I thought it was kind of fitting for today's cards as well. Um, so I'll show you the embossing folder that I used, but I just cut the backing in the basic black, and then I did the happy in the whisper white, or basic white, sorry. And you really don't even have to put a sentiment at the bottom. I just did. You could really just leave it at happy and then write your sentiment and write birthday big here in the center. So that is what we're going to be playing with. Okay, so let me bring in this. I want to show you a little bit of method to my madness. So when Steven comes out and runs my embossing for me, I always have him cut extras more than what I really need, because I knew I was going to make these cards for birthday cards. So as he was cutting, I have everything separated, so each card will get a pack of pretty much everything. Oops, almost dropped it. And you just want to be really careful that you don't knock this over, because your stars are going to fall all over the floor and you probably are not going to be very happy. Or if the wind blows, that's the most irritating, is when the wind blows and it blows everything on the floor. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to pull out two of the happies, both in the basic white and the basic black. And let me bring in the embossing folder. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's half and half. So half of it are stars and half of it is kind of like a gingham, I think I would call it. You can obviously tell I've used this a lot. It definitely is a bit warped. It has seen better days, but that means I love it. And I already went in and ran all of these through the embossing folder. And you guys are going to have to tell me which color is your favorites. Okay, let's start that. So of all of our colors, which one is your favorite? It doesn't have to be the Brights collection. It could be any collection. But this one is Gorgeous Grape, Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Flirty Flamingo, and Poppy Parade. And I have no idea how I have memorized all of those colors, but they are so beautiful. Love them, love them. Okay, so now that I've showed you all of that, let's put this little card together. Oh, Heather, you like Granny Apple Green? Yes. Okay, since you're the first one that started that, let's start with Granny Apple Green. So I have the cardstock, the colored cardstock. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And our basic black is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And we are just going to layer this guy together. Let me grab some adhesive. Put some adhesive on the back. And we're just going to center this here. These cards literally go together so fast once you get the die cutting down. Once you cut everything, it goes together super duper fast. And I recommend, if you're going to make one birthday card, you might as well just cut for 5 and then you have some extra. And then if you're just cutting for 5, you might as well just cut 10 since you already have everything out. And then, yeah, keep going. That's exactly what I do. I don't ever do anything in singles. Okay, so this is probably the trickiest part, is lining this up. But once you do, it stays with our green glue. There we go. And it was a little cattywampus when Steven pulled it out of the die. It didn't come out super straight, but there we go. Okay. That is super easy. Now we're going to flip this bad boy over. And I don't use these very often, and I really should, is our black dimensionals. So we have our white dimensionals that I use all the time, but since I'm using black cardstock, I thought I would just pull in some of our black mini dimensionals. So in the dimensional pack, you get 2 of the minis and 2 of the larger hexagons. So I'm missing one of them, but you get 2 of the small and 2 of the large in the black. And I have to say, the one nice thing about being home and not being able to do anything is my nails have grown so long, and Bo said to me this morning, he's like, you're going to poke somebody's eye out with those. So I think it's time to trim them, but it makes it so nice to pick up these dimensionals and pull these little tabs off as I miss one. Okay, so there's that. So let's bring in our card. And you could definitely put it sideways so it kind of covered the embossing. I kind of just did it not quite where it was covering it, but there we go. And then let's bring in a pack of our stars. I'm just going to pick up a whole little kit and caboodle. And another little trick for you. I actually really didn't know this was a trick until we saw it at On Stage when we did our Stampin' Up! Event. A lady said that she puts all of her ribbons that she's doing or everything that she needs on mini glue dots. She just loads them all up at once and they're all there. And I've actually done that for a long time and I didn't realize it was a little trick. So there you go. You guys have a cute card and an extra little trick. I'm actually just going to go ahead and put all of these on so I don't have to stop and do it again for the next card. Okay, so almost done doing this. This is the most time consuming, I think, besides putting the mini dimension or the dimensionals on. It's all a little time consuming, but that's okay. So one left. We're not putting all of these bad boys on the card. We're just going to put a couple. But another card, I want to show you something a little bit different if you don't want to sit and cut these heart stars out. So I'm going to put, let's see, two large ones up top and a smaller one in the center. And then I'll put a larger one down here and two of these guys. And I bet I did forget my rhinestones. Let me see if I have a pack of rhinestones beside me. If not, I will have to do those later. And I don't. That's okay. You'll at least see, let me pull in the original card. I did put a rhinestone in each of the stars, but I didn't bring them over, but that's okay. So let me grab my card base. So this card base is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it right in half at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to give that a good fold. And, oh, there's my bone folder. Give it a good crease. And we can attach this. I definitely think it looks a million times cuter with the rhinestones in there. But I will definitely put the rhinestones in later. So there we go. Now, here is if you want to stamp it. I won't lie, this is a super duper tiny piece. I think it's 1/4 inch wide. The original ones that I did these 1/2 inch, and I still think it's super cute. But then I got thinking, maybe I should try to see if I can do it on an itty bitty strip so I just get the birthday. So we are going to try this on the live. I won't lie, I do have some beside me that are all ready to go, but I thought I would try it. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's flip it over. Let me try one more time. I need to just scoot it down a hair. Oh, that's actually not that bad either. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in our tailored tag punch. And I just want to banner the edges. So I'm just going to line this up. I'm going to push it all the way through so you can see the stamped. But then I'm going to pull it back out because I just want itty bitty edge. So now I'm going to rotate it and put it in backwards. And I'm just coming right on the outside of the birthday. There we go. So now we can flip this one over. I got a little bit of the happy, so let me trim that off. And you could definitely take your paper snips and do this as well. Since it's such a tiny piece, you really probably wouldn't have to use the tailored tag punch, but I just wanted to give you options if you do want to make super tiny or a little bit bigger. It does work. And then birthday. So there we go. Minus the little stars. I wish one of my kids were here, or my husband, I would have him go into the craft room to grab me my diamonds. But there you go. So let me bring in, this one is Magenta Madness, and this one is Pacific Point, and then we have Granny Apple Green. Okay, so let's do one or two more. What other color should we do? So we have Gorgeous Grape, Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Flirty Flamingo, and Poppy Parade. Which is another color we should do. I'll just wait a second because I know there's a little delay. While I'm doing that, I'll see if we have any new friends that logged on. Hello, Kelly. Jessica, hello. Hello, Stephanie. So any takers? Oh, Poppy. Okay, perfect. We will do Poppy Parade. So I'm literally just going to do the same thing. Oh, good. Anna and Peyton, you guys are on the same wavelength. Okay, going to glue this down. Perfect. Let's bring in our happy. We're going to flip it over, and I probably should have used the self-adhesive sheets that Stampin' Up! Carries to do this. It would have just saved this step of putting the green glue on. It really isn't tragic. It didn't take me long, and I didn't wear most of the glue. But if I did this again, I would definitely use the adhesive sheets. And you could use, instead of the basic whites, that's right, Anna, great people think alike. Instead of using the basic white to top on the basic black, you could really pull in the Poppy Parade as well if you wanted to. So possibilities are endless with this card. And I actually brought in the A Wish for Everything, because you could really do Happy Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, St. Patrick's Day, Hanukkah, obviously change the colors for most of these, Thanksgiving, Halloween, anniversary. You could really use any of these stamps to do it. Even in the stamp set that comes with this has Happy Day, so you could really do that one as well. And I'm probably doing a little overkill on the dimensionals, but I don't use black dimensionals very often. So just peel the backing off. There we go. I'm going to put this on. Shall we? Oh, should we do it right in the center? Ooh, let's do it right there. Let's live a little on the wild side. Okay, so remember how I told you I had a little surprise to show you? If you only want to cut the happy out and not all of the stars, we have these black matte dots that I think would look perfect with this card as well. So this one, we're just going to throw a couple of these little black matte dots. Let's grab a couple big ones. I know some people say you should only put 3 of something on each card. And I say do whatever makes you happy. If adding the entire sheet on one card makes you happy, go for it. I think I want one more. I know you guys are probably like, no, that's enough. But yeah, I actually think I needed one more on there. So if you don't want to run those, you could use dots on there as well. And I like using the thick basic white for my card base, so you don't have to put an inside piece in when you're using dark cardstock. But you definitely could use the same color cardstock. Oh, see all the possibilities? It's crazy the possibilities you can do when you start crafting. Okay. There's Poppy Parade. Let's do one more. You guys want to do one more? And we'll do the stamped one. Let's do one for Darlene. I don't know if Darlene is on, but Darlene loves purple. So let's do one more really quick. I'll try not to yak the whole time. And I'll just try to hurry and get it done. But I have to tell you, all of my December birthday cards will be done by morning because I, one, have know who needs a birthday card, and all of my birthday cards are done. So, yeah, I am on top of it. I'm not on top of a lot of things, but when I am, I am. Just kidding. It's actually kind of not very nice because I don't have a whole lot to do, but make sure my birthday list is up to date. Okay, so let's grab one more. This one isn't so cattywampus when Stephen pulled it out of the die, so this one hopefully will go together a tiny bit easier. Okay, there we go. Last piece. As I say that, it moves on me. There we go. Look how quick and easy these guys get put together. Once you get the die cutting done, everything else is a breeze. I can hear Heather saying right now, "Oh my Lord, how many dimensionals are you going to put on there?" A lot. I like them. Let's do this one sideways. Since we already have these stars on here, let's go ahead and use up these guys. Put two large, put a small one right there, and put another one up top. And then I already have a couple of our birthdays done. So there we go. And this one, oops, I'm just going to put, let's put that straight on. There we go. So which one do you guys like better? What is your favorite color? So I have Gorgeous Grape, Pacific Point. Let's scoot them over a little bit. I have Magenta Madness, and I have Granny Apple Green. And after the live, actually probably not after, probably maybe tomorrow, I'm going to do Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, and Flirty Flamingo. Oh, I forgot this one. So there you go. There are all of your bright, cheery, and beautiful cards that is definitely going to put a smile on somebody's face as soon as they get them in the mail. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you guys need anything, please feel free to reach out. If you didn't hear in the beginning, today was my first day of physical therapy, so I am going back into the house to sit on a heating pad until it is time for bed because I'm a little sore. But anyway, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out, and I will be here if you need anything. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.